Welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source News and Entertainment with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news, it is called for every action. There's not always an equal but opposite reaction. A couple of days ago, a police corporal, veteran of the business for 20 years, lost his life. He was taken out in a cold blood, all sorts of corn up in his head, all over his upper torso. When that incident took place, I said to myself, say, them people that are responsible are go dead back. Say, innocent people might also get caught in the melee. Well, people, it seems as if this is the case. In this case, I am not going to say that that is a fact. On Tuesday about 8 a.m., a man government named Johnson, he was taken out by the Popo. Residents are saying that it is cold blood. The police is saying that it is a shootout. This happened a stone's throw away from where the corporal lost his life. I want you to take a look to exactly what his girlfriend and brother had to say as it pertains to the incident, and then I'll give my piece.
Because them push me out, then shoot him. In I'm head, them shoot him, me see, and then them put on one gun and come talk. But say, yeah man, see gun here. After when them are and pull them, I say, put on your gun, put on your gun. We say, we don't have no gun, you don't have no gun. What kind of gun not talk about? Put on your gun, put on your gun. So then shoot him, then have him pan the ground and shoot him and put on one gun and take you up because me see me there right pan the veranda because he all set up. When you're there pan the veranda, you can see right eye door, them shoot him. But see, come on, yeah man, see gun you know. From me know him, me never got, say him I go sleep at a station. Say police, them even know him name. Them not even know him name because after they shoot him and kill him, them ask for his name. You say him have gun, him wanted. Oh, you know fit know him name.
So you think wrong identity?
Yeah, of course. As somebody said, got some set up something because this can't right. This cannot right.
So I can see where you have a bruise where you have.
Yes, because from my belly and from my hand, them draw me. I don't know if you can see from me, but they draw me and I draw me and tear off my clothes. See me have to draw for one clothes outside.
And it's sad because you always see this on TV, but when you reach your doorstep, you really feel the effects of it. And as Mr. Prime Minister, I'm calling out to you, Mr. Prime Minister. And as my brother was taken down, innocently, Mr. Prime Minister, I need some intervention into this.
So people, you heard what the sister said, and you heard what the brother said. The girlfriend was in the room with the boyfriend, Johnson, at the time when the police come and knock on the door. Them send her outside, and then they did the do. Based on what the police said, the polar opposite, them come under fire. After the exchange of fire, that man was seen clutching on to a tool. The girlfriend said the tool did not belong to him. The police placed the tool. Like I've always said, there's always three sides to the story. The boyfriend side, dead man tells no tale. The police side, and then Indicom that is going to do their investigation. Pretty much, this is an open and shut case. There will be no justice for the man that lost his life, even if it is found out that this man was actually innocent. Not to say that he was innocent, because family members are always claiming that persons are innocent, even when their characteristics matches that of the devil. However, like I said before, there are going to be people losing their life for this, even innocent people. Is that the case in this case? Is it collateral damage? Is it casualty of war? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Point blank and period.
Avoid GRANTSPEN. Avoid GRANTSPEN.
Guys, avoid GRANTSPEN Lane, GRANTSPEN Drive, Allardyce Drive, Arcadia Drive, Shortwood Drive, Shortwood Lane. Every one of them has been blocked and set on fire. GRANTSPEN and Shortwood is a hot mess. So if you're going this side, I don't know. Good luck. Got every road on fire.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called warning. Avoid GRANTSPEN and its adjoining area. If you don't have to drive through there, don't drive through there. Avoid it at all costs. Based on information that I am getting, it is said that the police and gunmen were in a shootout. The police said that they went looking for a wanted man. It seems as if there was some sort of confrontation, and after the smoke clear, some people pretty much lose their life. Some people get locked up. It is a bloody mess, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called It Happened Again and Again. Two picnic, one 4-year-old and one 8-year-old. One incident in an Ingleside that is in Manchester where it is confirmed that a 4-year-old girl, Grinnell, I think the last name is Gia Grinnell, don't quote me on the name. Based on what the mother told the police, she was home in the bathroom taking a bath, washing her face when she heard loud explosions at about 10 p.m. When she rushed in the room, she saw the daughter laying on the bed. All sorts of blood are run through the head. She was rushed to the hospital. Pretty much she was gone on the spot. However, there was no further details. Now, people, I don't know exactly what happened if this was a case wherein somebody told go off and accidentally pipe up this little girl, or that person decided that he was going to take out that little girl. However, the fact that the mother was in the adjoining room, the bathroom to be specific, and heard loud explosion, had no further details for the police. People, me don't know if this is some sort of cover-up, don't know if this is some sort of baby father or somebody I play with some sort of tool. However, this is very tragic. So people, like I said, there were two different incidents involving a young girl. In a one 4-year-old get taken out, pie up in the head. Fast forward a place known as Delacree Lake or Delacree Park. It is said that a man was taken out, put on his knees and a couple of corn on his head, you know the saying, execution style. An 8-year-old also shot and injured. Other persons were taken into custody. So based on the video that you saw, we see the police corral the place. The police have the place under siege. Don't know if they are looking for other persons. Don't know if there's more information that the police have that other wanted men are in the area, or they're making sure that that area is safe and secure for the legal, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens or residents of that community. People, this is very tragic. Back to back, 8-year-old, 4-year-old, on top of all of the BS that we've seen or witnessed in Jamaica. It is a very sad state of affairs. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that it is the start of Judgment Day for that 60-year-old St. Andrew businessman that was seen in that viral video, cuffing up that lady, slamming that nurse while she was on her way to work. Well, he went to court today. He was officially charged a couple of days ago. He was seeking bail through his attorney, Christopher Townsend. However, that bail was declined, said the judge. Based on what the lawyer had to say, they did not have all of the proper documentation, so therefore the bail application was not successful. However, on the next trip to the court, he is going to apply for bail once again, once he puts in the requisite documentation and see what happens. As a matter of fact, I wanted to listen exactly what the lawyer had to say as it pertains to his client and the situation that took place under the court today. And then I'll give my piece.
Well, we appeared before Her Ladyship, Miss Lorna Shelley, Senior Puny Judge. Lorna Shelley Williams, Senior Puny Judge. Bail application was made. She refused the bail on the grounds that since the video has gone viral, for his safety, it is best that he remained where he is. She did, however, indicate that as soon as we have received all the documents, that we are at liberty to make another bail application, which we will do. We'll also address the question of his safety on that occasion.
On the date?
Matter is set for the 9th of July.
Now, people, you heard what the lawyer had to say. It's just a temporary delay, and people, we can always expect that. It is not murder. And we see that these judges are issuing out bail to people that have multiple murders, mass murderers in Jamaica. So a businessman that is said to be in the upper echelons of society, that only, and I use only loosely, slam this lady, step in her head and point him tool upon her. chances are he is going to be given bail based on the fact that it is a part of the body club syndrome, which includes the judge, includes the prosecution, includes the system in Jamaica. Sad to say. This man is saying that the man fears for his safety, meaning the lawyer. Now, people, when we think about a man like that, arrogant like that, bullbucker and dopey conqueror like that, do you really think that a man like that is in fear of his life? Well, he doesn't have the tool because that tool was seized and is going to be used as part of evidence. However, don't be surprised if everything takes a 180-degree turnaround and he is out and he beat the case and it is swept under the rug because, after all, this is Jamaica. We've seen it all before. Sad to say, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on a succession of fights in our school. Primary school, high school, girl pan top of girl fight, boy pan top of boy, girl versus boy, teacher versus student, student versus student, boy versus girl. Any sorts of combination that you can think about, you can have it or it is available. Now, people, in one of these fights, which I cannot show because of YouTube's policy, a girl and a boy was going at it like two girls because even the boy a fight like a girl. As a matter of fact, when the girl got the upper hand, he then decided he wanted to bite her in her head and bite her in her face because he realized that he was getting shamed. He was getting the coffins of his life. So that was one of the fights. The next combination, don't know if he was a student. He was not in any sorts of khaki uniform, but the girl was obviously a student. Pretty much it was not a fight. It was ABUSC. Kind of like Mr. Robert Bell and that nurse. Him pretty much clot her up. Fast forward, the biggest one of them all is when it seems as if all hell broke loose at the school. There were boys on top of boys, boys on top of girls, girls on top of boys. Don't mean it literally. They were going at each other with fist, with stone, with buckle, with 2x4, 4x8, everything including the kitchen sink. While persons were cheering on, not too much persons were assisting. However, some of the teachers that try to assist and parted, them also get some clotting from some buckle and some board. Now, it is not as if we don't see fights in a daily basis or every so often. However, when we see at least 3 or 4 fights back to back, including every combination, we see that these youth, them not take no talk. They don't listen to their parents. Their parents are absentee parents, are worthless parents, mama and papa. Them not listen to the teacher. Them not listen to the dean of discipline. And they're definitely not listening to the principal. They are listening to nobody. They are listening to those evil voices within them head. And that is exactly what we see transpiring in the school and on the street. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on an accident that took place on the Trial Main Road that is in Sandy Bay, that is in Hanover. It seems as if this driver of this motor vehicle, or both motor vehicles, were speeding excessively. I want you to take a look at exactly what took place, and then I'll give my piece.
Come on. Take camera for him, man. So man, man, say look, batty blood. Man, fire truck to cut him out. Oh. You just pass me a gate, you know. So you pass right before it. Jesus. Oh. So I got you on the speed. We don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. All the truck. Sitting there, and I truck side there, so like a truck. Like a truck. It's supposed to be a pain, you know, brother.
Now, people, based on the hard-headedness of these drivers on the road of Jamaica, we can expect to see any combination. We can see bird versus vehicle, bird versus bike, bike and car, bike and truck, car and truck. Just anything that you can imagine These people are so friggin' stupid. These people are so ignorant. These people are so impatient that when you put up all these combination, it makes for a deadly road experience. And that is exactly what is going on in a Jamaica. But you would have thought that with all of these accidents, everybody will lose them life on a daily basis, that person's mindset would have changed. But it seems as if it is a culture of stupidity. And this accident proves it once again, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.